I, Scott John Morrison, do swear.
When I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman.
They say a good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. We call BS!
There's been plenty to digest in the 2018 news cycle, so let's take a look back at some of the stories and events that got Australia and the world talking.
Open wide for some soccer!
When half the world's population tunes in to watch an event, it's safe to say it's a defining moment. The World Cup was the top global search on Google this year, and a record 3.4 billion people watched the action from Russia, which culminated in France beating Croatia 4-2 in the final.
France are the 2018 World Champions.
In Australia, the love for good old-fashioned romance lives strong, with the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle enchanting the nation.
All that I am, I give to you.
The wedding was full of many of the standard traditions, but also some unexpected surprises, signalling a new kind of royal era.
When love is the way, then no child will go to bed hungry in this world ever again.
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
This was a story that truly captivated the world. In June, 12 players from a Thai youth soccer team and their coach became trapped in a cave in northern Thailand for 17 days. There wasn't much hope they'd be rescued alive, and yet against all odds, after a massive international effort, all 13 members of the wild boars safely emerged.
We did something nobody thought possible. It's the first time in the world. It is our pride. Mission possible for Team Thailand.
In what's become a recent Australian political tradition, we had not one, but two leadership spills in 2018.
This is my leader.
Culminating in our 7th Prime Minister in 11 years. This time, Malcolm Turnbull's head rolled, and despite Peter Dutton's best attempts to take the crown, it was Scott Morrison who was the last man standing.
G'day, 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 g'day. And yeah, fair dinkum.
Blimey hell.
There was a seismic shift in perhaps an even higher office this year too, the Australian men's cricket team. Cameron Bancroft was caught using sandpaper to illegally tamper with the ball during the 3rd test against South Africa in Cape Town.
Saw an opportunity to potentially use some tape, get some granules from the rough patches on the wicket, and tried to change the ball condition.
And it turned out Captain Steve Smith and Vice Captain David Warner were in on the plan. It led to all three receiving lengthy suspensions, leaving a damaging black mark on the sport.
It's devastating and I'm truly sorry.
Facebook became public enemy #1 when it was revealed it exposed the data of more than 80 million of its users to a political consulting firm.
Let the hacking begin.
Cambridge Analytica exploited that information to use it for political propaganda, including during the 2016 US election. It led to Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg testifying in front of US Congress and the European Union Parliament.
It was my mistake, and I'm sorry. I started Facebook, I run it, and I'm responsible for what happens here.
The US Supreme Court nomination process doesn't usually make too much of a splash in Australia, but this time around it was a little different. Dr. Christine Blasey Ford testified in front of a Senate Judiciary Committee that the Donald Trump-endorsed nominee Brett Kavanaugh had sexually assaulted her when the two were teenagers.
I believed he was going to rape me. I tried to yell for help. When I did, Brett put his hand over my mouth to stop me from yelling.
I am innocent of this charge.
Despite Dr. Blasey Ford's claims, Judge Kavanaugh was still confirmed to the Supreme Court.
On behalf of our nation, I want to apologize to Brett and the entire Kavanaugh family for the terrible pain and suffering you have been forced to endure.
This year has also seen some watershed laws passed overseas. Ireland held an emotionally charged referendum in May, where 2/3 of voters agreed to amend the constitution to legalise abortion.
And we did! This is a revolutionary day. It's been a quiet revolution. I've been so worried that Ireland hates women, and now it feels like, no, Ireland loves women and supports women.
And Canada became the first G7 country and second overall behind Uruguay to legalise the use of recreational marijuana.
Cannabis, cannabis, cannabis.
I've said many times that I'm not a drug user. I don't drink much alcohol. I don't drink coffee. I have no intention of using marijuana.
That's just a drop in the ocean when it comes to the headline moments of 2018. So let us know what stood out for you.